All right, this fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. That is Chris Curtis in black, Joaquin Buckley is in white. Here we go. Both of these guys essentially felt as though the other was a perfect opponent with whom to showcase their skills, so we'll see who has the upper hand.
Way to go out, way to go in.
39th pro MMA fight for Chris Curtis. Said he's coming up on close to 100 MMA fights if you include his amateur career.
Solid jab there by Curtis.
Curtis feels like he has seen Joaquin Buckley before. Buckley has not seen anything like him in his career.
And Curtis is an excellent counter striker, particularly with his hooks. And he'd like to catch Joaquin being aggressive. And Joaquin is just a wild man. I mean, that Imabov fight, that third and final round when he was down the cards, came out guns blazing. And even though he lost that fight, man, he gained a lot of respect and a lot of fans. And of course, has the greatest highlight kick reel, maybe ever, that one kick against Sanganai.
Fingers, fighter.
And Buckley's not afraid to get knocked out. There's definitely a fearlessness to his approach, comes hard in all rounds.
Chris Curtis had something to say about that knockout. He goes, there's a part of our brain that always like reminds us of like the exciting thing. That's why we put so much on Joaquin Buckley, because we keep thinking about that knockout. And he goes, well, who else has he done something like that to? And the guy had a lot to say, man. It was the most I'd heard from Chris Curtis in regards to like almost trash talk of an opponent.
So far, these men are showing a lot of respect to each other. Oh! Nice left hand by Curtis.
That was nasty.
And you see Buckley tries to get it back immediately, and that is his nature.
I can't believe Buckley took that. That was clean.
Curtis is very good boxing.
Nice job by Curtis raising the guard there.
Well, he does a really good job of hiding behind that high guard. If you're Joaquin Buckley, going to the head might be a little bit difficult. You might want to start digging some shots to the body, just like that.
Curtis really enjoyed his time cornering Roman Dolidze last weekend for his win over former opponent Jack Hermanson.
And also, Curtis does a lot of sparring with Sean Strickland, who is also a phenomenal striker and just has an incredible pace.
Yep.
Good inside low kick, might have went high. Yep, did.
It's a little accident. You got some time?
Yeah, Buckley was moving laterally, but
just watch him. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
caught him on the cup.
You good? Watch your cups.
Jason Herzog all over it, back underway, just over 2 minutes to go round one. Buckley mixing up his attacks pretty well early.
Good high kick there, blocked by Curtis.
Yeah, Buckley's doing a good job of mixing it up, throwing some kicks at the right times. Not just boxing. Even though when things get a little crazy, he's more than willing to engage in that fight.
Curtis is talking to him now.
That Curtis jab starting to make its presence felt.
And it's not a super fast jab. He just puts it on. He's very accurate, and he's got great timing with it.
There you go.
Good counterattack by Curtis, who certainly has a healthy respect for the power of Buckley coming his way. Little slip there by Joaquin.
Curtis is very good defense. You're really seeing how good he is at just rolling with things, covering up, getting slightly out of range, and then countering back.
Even that, right? When Buckley went to the body shot, he just dropped both elbows tight, bring the elbows to the inside, never overextending.
And good job there attacking the inside low kick.
But Buckley's doing a good job of just being really active, because for as good as Curtis is being defensively, he's not throwing as much as Buckley is right now.
Dean Thomas, what do you have, sir?
For Curtis, it's also exploiting a major deficiency in Buckley's skill set. He just puts his hands up and leaves him there. That's the perfect time to shoot a takedown, but he knows that Buckley won't do it. That's a lack of skill in Buckley.
Yes, he's got such a high guard. If Buckley level changes, he'll be in on the hip before Curtis can respond. But again, Buckley's putting a lot of activity out there to be judged. Curtis isn't throwing as much.
Yeah, Buckley has landed twice as many strikes and nearly thrown twice as many as he rips the body there late in the round. All right, competitive first round. All right, round 2 is upon us. That is Joaquin Buckley in white, Chris Curtis in black.
You heard the Buckley corner saying you can pick the activity up more, but they want him to throw his shots a little bit more around the guard of Chris Curtis because it is so high. It's hard to come straight down the middle, land, and not get countered.
And Chris Curtis seems to be ramping up the pressure here in the second round. Beautiful jab. Chris is doing a good job of sliding out of range of those shots and landing that inside low kick as well.
The way Buckley darts in, if Curtis just meets that pressure, he maybe will land something very damaging. But right now, because he's defensive, Joe, he's having to stay on the defense so much, he's not able to counter and throw as evenly as Buckley's throwing.
Just be ready for the return. Good job. Reset. Reset. There you go.
There it is.
Well, Buckley saw in the Jack Hermanson fight that Curtis had a difficulty with someone who fights on the outside with a lot of volume, and he's applying that in this fight.
Buckley answering that imperative with more volume here early round 2.
And if you're Buckley, you want to just extend that combination a little bit. You saw in that last one, he landed that punch at the end of his combination because Curtis does tend to roll with his hands down.
Good connection there by Curtis. Now he covers up under 3.5 to go round 2.
So much volume by Buckley. Really a big difference in the output.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on pace to throw 300 strikes.
That's right. Don't let him go. Don't let him fight his feet. See that chest open, you gotta go. 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock, Bucks. 1 o'clock, off to the side, yeah.
The Buckley corner is yelling, don't let him set his feet. They want him to just really make him work the entire time.
Hey, London.
There it is.
Rip to the body by Buckley, that beautiful right hook to the body.
I'd love to see Buckley do that a little bit more after he goes up top, level changing and dig those body shots like he just did.
Oh, nice sequence for Joaquin Buckley. Curtis goes high and lands.
Keep going, Chris. There you go, Buck. Put him on his heels. Put him on his heels. See him watch forward.
Yeah, Curtis can't just stand there while Buckley's doing that. He can't allow him to get off like this. Oh! Big right hand by Chris Curtis. Huge!
Buckley went out, or so it appeared for a second. The action man, Chris Curtis, stops Joaquin Buckley. Wow!
He knew that all he needed was a few to he could hurt him.
Wow.
He knew he could hurt him.
That is going to sting deep into next week for Buckley, the king of combat, Chris Curtis. Coming up huge tonight.
He found his spot, and boy, did he land well. Look at this. The kick comes. Boom. He catches him with a perfect left hand. Buckley in all sorts of trouble. Let's take a look again. From the kick. Boom. I mean, perfect left hand.
That landed much better than I thought initially. I thought he might have tripped.
No, that's clean.
And then that was clean. He puts him down and then he jumps on him. Buckley's still here. And then watch here, his head bounces, it's over. When his arms go back like that, it was done. Curtis goes back, lands a few more. You could see when...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 49 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Chris Action Man Curtis.